I'm Shay Russell for mining.com.au, and joining me today is Dave Sproule, Chairman of Polymetals Resources. Dave, how are you today?
I'm well, thanks, Shay. Good to meet you.
Now, Dave, I am super excited about one particular metal within your project, but before we get to it, can you please talk us through what the Endeavour mine is out in the Cobar Basin?
The Endeavour project is a silver lead zinc project. It's within the Cobar Basin in western New South Wales. It is the most prolific base metals region in Australia. Polymetals has been operating in the Cobar Basin for 30 years, and it acquired the Endeavour project from CBH Resources, who placed it on care and maintenance in January 2020. So the project was discovered by Electrolytic Zinc Australia in 1974, developed and commissioned in 1983, and operated for some 38 years prior to its care and maintenance. Our involvement in the Endeavour project was when it was known as the Allura mine, way back in the late 80s, not long after it had been developed. And we actually purchased a tailing from the mine which was very high grade silver and gold. We transported that material off-site to a small gold mine we purchased 100 kilometres down the road, 50 kilometres east of the township of Cobar, and treated it for silver and gold recovery. We have had our eye on this project for many years with a view to acquiring it and bringing our hydrometallurgical experience and operational experience to the fore. So that's our history with Cobar and a background on the Endeavour project as it is now known.
Now, Dave, for everybody listening, they probably think it's silver that I'm most interested in the Endeavour mine, but that's actually not the case. I'm super interested in zinc, and I've been quite bullish on this metal for the past 12 months. Tell me, with rising base metal prices, how does this change the fortunes of the mine?
Yeah, look, global zinc prices have been depressed for several years now, and interestingly, the global usage of zinc is 45,000 tonnes per day, and the current global stockpile is 45,000 tonnes. So there's not a lot of zinc in stockpile. The depressed prices have led to a number of mine closures globally, and that has created a shortage of supply of zinc. That does two things. One, the increasing zinc price significantly complements the financial aspects of the restart on the Endeavour mine. But secondly, what happens with shortage of supply of zinc is that global smelters, or any base metal concentrate for that matter, when there's a shortage of supply, they reduce their treatment charges. And the treatment charges make up a very large portion of your input costs. So although we haven't currently reset our economics based on the reduced treatment charges, we've only used the increased metal prices. It has substantially, the metal price increases has substantially increased our NPV and internal rate of return, and the reduction in treatment charges will significantly enhance that as our stage one mine life gets up and running. And we're looking to reset the current environmental rehabilitation bond, and that reset will allow us to bring forward the financing for the redevelopment of this project. So we're looking at within the next 12 months of having Endeavour back up and running as a silver, lead, zinc producer.
Now, before we get to what comes next for Polymetals, I want to just step back to a fun word that you mentioned in the part of your first, the answer of your first question, which was hydrometallurgy. Now, not everybody speaks geology. Tell me, what does hydrometallurgy mean, and how are you bringing your expertise to this mine?
Most base metal mines operate on the basis of flotation, which is a mineral dressing technique. It's a physical mineral dressing technique that's used to produce concentrates. In our case, we'll be looking to produce a zinc concentrate, right, which is then shipped off-site to smelters for recovery of zinc, and we'll be producing a lead concentrate, which contains an amount of silver, right? So that lead concentrate is also shipped off-site to smelters where the lead and silver are recovered from those concentrates. Hydrometallurgy is a metallurgical technique that we specialise in. It just means leaching, or a chemical approach. Now, we'll still be producing lead and zinc concentrates for off-site smelter treatment. However, the tailing and the residues right, contain residual silver and gold in particular. The tailings on this mine site contains 450,000 ounces of gold and also contains in excess of 40 million ounces of silver. So we're looking to, once we're up and running and generating cash flow, we're looking to apply our hydrometallurgical skills to the potential recovery of that residual precious metals component, not only in the ore tailing that we're looking to process, but the existing tailings on site.
Now, before we wrap up today, tell me, what are some key milestones investors can look for this year?
Look, Polymetals intends to reset the bond, the rehabilitation bond. That will be announced in April. We will bring forward the financing of the redevelopment of the project because of the reset of the bond. We will look to redevelop the project immediately on receipt of the financing package and exploiting relationships with our regional partners. We understand the Cobar Basin from a state and local government perspective, and certainly our suppliers having operated in the region for many years. So the takeaway from Polymetals is we are production-orientated people. We're looking to bring this project back online as quickly as possible, generate cash flow, and also progress the aggressive near mine exploration that we've been doing. And if people are following our news flow, they'll see why we're excited about potentially discovering very near mine ore, higher up or closer to surface, easily accessible from the existing mine workings. So we should be in a position, hopefully, with discovery success, to exploit lower mining cost material and enhance margins and length of life for the project.
I know silver hogs the headline quite a bit, but as far as I'm concerned, zinc is where the excitement really is. Thanks very much for today's chat. I'm super looking forward to what happens for you guys next.
Look, thanks so much, Shay. It's a great project. It has a long life ahead of it, and with a practical, cost-effective approach, which is what we're all about, we should realise the redevelopment of this project inside the next 12 months. Thank you very much.